Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a little bit of a video. Well, as you all know by now, I have a 2016 GMC Canyon. This one here is almost identical to the 2015 with a couple of obvious differences. The first of all, it is black. And the second one is it is a 6-foot bed, what they call a long bed, over the 5-foot short bed. I found with the 15 the short bed was a touch too short for some of the things that I wanted to haul. Well, with the long bed I kind of lucked out as I'm able to get a topper for it. Now some people call them caps, canopies, toppers, or camper shells. Well, all depends on the brand you go and how you were raised. That's what they're called. Well, I ordered it in just a few days after getting the truck. Had I known that the color I would pick and such, I would have ordered it in earlier, so I would have had her sooner. However, that's the way she goes. Sure enough, if I would have ordered it in black, I would have ended up with a gray truck or a blue truck, and then ended up having to pay someone, ended up having to pay someone to paint the brand new topper blue to match the new truck. So I waited till I had the truck in hand, went and ordered it. They had to, bring her on in, probably from the States. And, well, here she is now. The day has come, the appointment has been made for them to do the install. Now, of course, they don't want cameras inside their installation bay, or else I would try to get some footage, but hey, it'll be what it is. From what I understand, it's going to be a drill-less install, where they're going to use those little aluminum clamps to clamp it to the truck. And then it does have a third brake light, so they're going to have to solder in a connection so the third brake light works on the topper, the wire running to the truck. So of course, guys, let's fire up the truck here, head her on out, get this all done, all installed. It will change the look of the truck. Some people don't like toppers, but hey, that's been a choice that I've always liked them. Almost every truck that I've owned has had one. I try to pick them up even if they don't fit properly. It takes a bit to find them, especially for a 6-foot box. They haven't started making them yet for the 4-foot for the short box. Like I said, I got lucky, and away we roll. So let's head her on out, get her installed, and see what she looks like. I got the truck back in the driveway. They got the installation all done, and it looks pretty decent. Well, I will pan over and show you here. As you see, it's black on black, looks pretty good. Got themselves tinted windows and all. I like the low profileness, the cab height of this topper. It does make the truck appear shorter and smaller, but at the same time it's all one level, so it'll fit in most parkades and doctors' offices and things like that. Well, like I said, it has tinted windows, so it kind of matches the truck itself. It's a little bit on the lighter side for the tint compared to the side glass of the truck, but hey, it's no biggie there. We can overcome that. It is a Range Rider brand, if this camera will focus. I was going to go for like a Lear brand or another brand. However, I'm the kind of guy that like to stick 2x4s and metal pipes in his truck. I don't use it for a pavement princess. I like to use it for what it's intended for. And the Lears and the fancier ones that have a frameless design where it's just glass tend to break, where the metal one takes a bit more of a beating before you actually end up breaking the glass. Now it has dual T-handle locks over one single one in the center. On the inside here, of course, it has the big window at the front, on the sides, on both sides. On the back, it has, of course, a small vent window with screen on both sides. And I opted for the option of a front slider up at the very front because, of course, the truck has one as well. So, you know, why not get one in here? You can use it to hide stuff in or put garbage, you know, from the cab into the box. Sometimes having a slider between the both of them come in handy for other things as well. Now, like I said there, they did the no-drill installation and used the aluminum C-clamps, which is great. I was hoping they didn't, you know, they weren't going to drill holes in. Looks like they had to trim at the back here to, you know, make it more accessible for the tailgate area. But hey, as long as she opens and closes good, that's really all that matters. One thing I didn't quite like, but hey, we can cross that when we get there. One thing I didn't like on this here topper was the gas shock. However, I prefer the spring-loaded shocks, similar to what I have on the Silverado. However, those spring shocks are kind of old technology and they are harder to find. You know, they're more noisier where these gas ones are quiet. However, last time I purchased gas shocks to replace the ones that were wore out, they only lasted about 1.5 to 2 years and they were leaking and I had to replace them again. But hey, you know, they're relatively cheap and they're kind of a consumable type of item. One thing they did was put, or it may have come with, this little plastic or fiberglass kind of adapter. The reason why they got that is it goes over the curve or lip in the tailgate to help to complete the seal, or else the water would run down here and hit the tailgate and then, you know, run back in. Now it does have a third brake light up there, which of course is wired into the electrical system of the truck. And they did put a quick connector in there, so if I ever wanted to take the topper off, I undid the 4 clamps, unplug it there, and it should be good to go. So pretty much, guys, let's fire the truck up and we will test the third brake light. So I didn't hear none of y'all shouting, saying it didn't work or nothing, so I'm going to assume that the installation technicians did a proper job and, well, everything worked. The signal lights and brake lights weren't cross-wired where one flashed and one didn't or nothing, so that was why I ran through the signal lights left and then right, and then of course, you know, pumped the brakes a little bit to get the third brake light on top to flash. Hopefully everything worked well. Put her in reverse. Nothing lit up other than the reverse lights, and it all should be good to go. For those that have been watching my videos for, well, since YouTube days, every truck I've ever owned has had a topper on it, going right back to, well, my first truck. It took a year or two for me to find it for my first truck, but I did. And every truck after that has had one as well. Even the 2009 Canyon, you know, the truck was a year old or so when I found it, but I got a sweet deal and picked up a used one for it. And this is the first new topper that I've ever purchased. The 2015, I never could afford one at the time. Then 18 months later, you know, the truck went and, well, hey, here we are now. Every topper I've owned has been used, putting up with having to change the locks or scratches or broken windows and changing things out and fixing things. Where this new one here is basically plug and play, install it, and away you go. But guys, pretty much this has been a little bit of a video of a Christmas present or accessory that I purchased for the 2016 GMC Canyon. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.